Hello, Matthew Embry McLean here once again for day number 75 of the 90-day happiness challenge. Whew. So yesterday was some big work, choosing those 5 people and really being clear about how we want to be perceived in the world. Again, we did an exercise like that in a previous day, but not to this extent. We showed up in a different way. And so this time we're being super serial. We're being very concrete on how we want our helpers to, or our tribe, our family, to engage with us, and also so that we can be reciprocal and give that same benefit, let's say, to those people, that same type of support. So easy peasy for today. We're going to go through our last cleansing space, and this is just the assigned part of it. For this 90-day challenge, obviously, you can do more cleaning and whatnot. And this is, now that you have this skill and you've got experience with what it means to like move your foundation and then change around your environment, just kind of go through it, clear it up and everything like that. You now have a different perspective of what it's like to do that. And I know that we've cleaned our places before. Okay, obviously we keep up. But on this level, we're understanding like what really isn't for our greatest and highest good anymore. Do I have clutter? Do I have things that I'm avoiding cleaning? Okay, so today we're spending that last time choosing your last space to clean, or for this assignment, your last space. And you can be as extravagant or as specific, let's say, as possible for where you want to clean. But when you're doing it, notice in the past, where are the neglected areas that you've not cleaned, right? Or maybe there's areas that you've spent too much time cleaning, and your investment for your time, your return on your investment is more of, it's out of balance, so to speak. So maybe it might be wise to understand, like, how often do you clean the windows? How often do you dust the baseboards? How often do you dust, period? How often do you clean screens, or do you reorganize your bookshelf? All of those things. Because if there's things that are on your bookshelf that really you don't need or are just holding space, then they're really keeping your energy stagnant. So if you're not utilizing them, engaging them, or using them to create, to help you create in the world, then let's understand that that's just an energy sink. And it's okay to let it go. We can mourn it. We can let it go. When we're looking at the behaviors for like, what are we avoiding, or what are we spending too much time with? Let us understand that in that space, if we're avoiding something, then perhaps we can look up like feng shui, or just kind of tune in and see why I'm avoiding this. And maybe it has to do with capability for your journey. Maybe you are just trying to create more obstacles, or maybe you're spread too thin and you just think that you don't need to get to it. You don't need to reorganize this thing. Or maybe it's something you just haven't thought of in forever. And now revealing this brings you a new experience, perhaps going down memory lane, something of that nature, that allows you to understand what you're being asked to pay attention to. So another one that just popped in is like the top of picture frames. Like, when's the last time you actually cleaned those things? So just going into that space, we're really identifying what was our old patterns, and now what is this new pattern that we're exploring everywhere in the world. The reason also why we're doing this is because in the previous, we've gone off of habits and behaviors, right? So understanding what our habits and behaviors were allows us to understand, like right now, perhaps, what are the obstacles that are in our way? What is the programming that we can still change or modify? Or if we're going to engage in healing of some form, and we know that we avoid this one particular behavior, chances are it has to do with an overarching life assignment. So maybe there's an issue with relationships, and you notice that, like, and this could just be friendships or romantic or business, anything, okay? Maybe you notice that in the relationship corner of your house, there's a certain clutter built up. Or as you're dusting the baseboards or going through an area that you don't normally do, you come up with like the memories of past relationships or some emotions about that. And that reveals to us a lot about what we're avoiding. right? So avoidance may not be your behavior, but just whatever the behavior might be, obsession or lackadaisicalness. Maybe we're not caring too much when we're cleaning. We're just like super quick doing it and we don't really care what the outcome is. All of those things. Notice also for this assignment, we're going to notice as well how much we're a part of our environment. So this is just a level of what did you think, like how connected did you think you were before now, and how connected do you understand that you are to your space and the world around us, the world we're on now. So what was that difference? And we want to just explore that and reveal that. Some of us, when we're just going from place to place, we don't really feel home or we don't feel grounded in a space. And that might be because we're not taking care of the environment, or we're actively doing things, could be thought patterns, that are preventing us from understanding that we're connected to the world around us. And so by cleaning around and moving things and being purposeful about them, then it requires us to delve into that exploration. And so in this description, I said the diamond path kind of a thing, the diamond way of looking at things. And what I mean by that is just cut through the BS, okay? We're not here to judge. We've already left judgment behind. All we are here to do is keep track and understand what's being manifested right now. If you go into things and we start bringing up shame and whatnot, you're not ready to move on. Just understand that, and that's okay. Or you're ready to first tackle the shame that's keeping you back, okay? Or the judgment that's keeping you back. Once you tackle that and you can get over having to judge, then you can be in the space of expansion and just observation, understanding, oh, this is what was manifested now. I'm going to take this knowledge and run with it instead of letting it hold me back, okay? So just feel into that. Also, this could be like your car. That popped in for some reason. Our cars are super personal. We tend to spend a bit of time in those, or the mode of transportation that we normally would use, and understand how that's showing up for you, as far as like the cleanliness obsession or whatever it would be with that. So for the connection piece of it, I want to get a little bit deeper and get to that space where you are connected to your environment. It is not separate from you, and so you must take care of it. And this also we might realize that like maybe outside of our immediate environment, I litter, or I don't pay attention to those things, like the cleanliness of the natural environment that's around us. And so in that space, it's a really good idea to be like, oh, maybe I need to clean up that, because that also dictates to how we want to connect to the outside world, and I feel disconnected. Or maybe if I'm littering or something of that nature, then I'm also doing that internally. Yeah, and so building this proxy and building this connection allows us to stay more present of the moment and feel completely connected. So when I'm being mindful of things, I'm going to, like, let's just say in my kitchen, I'm using my grinder, I'm making my coffee or my tea, and I'm not just making a cup of tea just to have something. I'm making it because it's nourishing. I'm making it because I need it. For whatever medicine that it's providing, right? I'm asking for the medicine of it. If I'm going and I'm abusing things, then that's not the medicine of things. That's just an imbalance. And so maybe we understand even the cleanliness with our food or our workouts kind of a thing. Are we being mindful? Okay. I know this is a huge mindful exercise, this whole cleaning things up, but it's super important to understand what is our commitment and authenticity to the world around us. Like, we've gone through our hero journey. We understand that now. Like, oh, I'm here, and it might be changing or shifting still, and that's okay. But when we go in this hero journey, it's really good to know, did we actually, was our foundation or our physical environment supporting our hero journey? Or were we feeling completely separate? Like, I'm a total alien of this world. Oftentimes, I will say that in the spiritual community, and maybe you're not part of that spiritual community, but you've also just felt, let's just say, not human in some aspects, or you feel different from everybody else. That's important to understand, because that does tell us to the level of like why I'm here. Regardless of where we think we came from or how we've manifested, we're in this physical world. We're on the earth. And the more separate we are from the earth, that kind of tells you the degree to the hero journey we're partaking in this 3D world, in this 3D body, right? But if we're deciding to be part of it and understanding that I am an inseparable part of this world, and what I'm here to do is very important, based on like my life experiences or what life is asking of me, my inspirations, my calling, and all of those things. The more connected you are, the more in flow you will be. So understanding, yeah, maybe I feel like my consciousness comes from another location, but you're in a physical body now. So how can you reconcile that separation, if there is one? A lot of times we talk about, like, I prescribe to loving kindness meditations and talk about oneness and everything of that nature. But if I feel like I want to be one outside of my body, then that's a separation. So we need to be a little bit more understanding of what it means to embody oneness, embody loving kindness, embody compassion for the world. If I have compassion for one area and not the other, then I got some growth to do, right? And that's exactly what the life is showing, asking me to show up for, is that growth, that wholeness, the journey to wholeness and oneness, right? But if I have any ideas that there's still separation, maybe that needs some cleaning up too. So this exercise could even go to like social media or how you engage in the world like that. Being mindful of that. What are we adding to? What are we contributing to? What are we creating? So powerful one. Let's see if there's anything else coming through right now. No, there's not. It's shut off. That is the assignment for today. Make sure you share the video. Go ahead and describe, what you discovered about the truth of your space. Reveal what your space is telling about the proximity you have to connection to the world around you, and also just where have you chosen to clean today? Okay. Using the hashtag, of course, 90-Day Happiness Challenge. Tag me, Matthew Embry McLean, the Shamanic Happiness Coach, and I will check those out. Currently, I'm working madly to redo the website and everything, redo the flow, the layout, information to make it a little bit easier. And so when I can get all to this, I will, probably in this weekend or so. I'll be updating and commenting again. If you need to reach out to me, of course, do that. You can find me on social media. Matthew Embry McLean, Shamanic Happiness Coach. It's everywhere. That's how I try to present it. And then you can find me on just my website. So you can shoot an email to me, Matthew@shamanichappinesscoach.com, or you can go ahead and give me a call. That is 775-800-4271. Okay. Call or text, whichever is preferable to you. I guess with that, have a great day. Be prepared for tomorrow. I will give you a hint. You're going to need roughly 6 or so hours to complete tomorrow's assignment, depending on one of your choices for a previous day. So tomorrow's assignment, we're ready and waiting, and part of that is to show us that we are not bound to the stories that we tell ourselves. So be prepared for that one. So I say namaste, and I will namaste you tomorrow. Bye-bye.